Hello there. Welcome. In this video, we'll be tackling a common error that many programmers face, Runtime Error 380, Invalid Property Value. This error can be frustrating, but understanding its causes and how to fix it will save you time and headaches. Let's dive right in. Runtime Error 380 usually pops up when your code tries to assign an improper value to a property of an object or control. The control could be a text box, a list box, or any other visual element you're using. The property is a characteristic of that control. Think of properties like the text displayed, the color, the size, or even the position. The error means that the value you're trying to assign doesn't match what the property expects. For instance, trying to assign text to a property that expects a number, or a negative value to a property that needs a positive value. The first thing to do when encountering this error is to carefully examine the line of code where the error occurs. Pinpoint which property you're trying to set and what value you're attempting to assign. Use the debugging tools available in your programming environment. Set breakpoints to pause execution right before the problematic line. This will let you inspect the values of variables and objects involved. Next, double-check the data type of the value you're assigning. Make sure it matches the data type expected by the property. If the property expects an integer, ensure you're providing an integer and not a string or a floating point number. Sometimes, the error arises from values being outside the acceptable range. For example, a property might only accept values between 0 and 100. If you try to assign 200, you'll get the error. Check the documentation for the specific control you're using. This documentation usually lists the valid ranges and data types for each property. Another common cause is attempting to assign an empty string to a property that doesn't allow it. Some properties require a non-empty string. Instead of an empty string, you might need to assign a default value or a null value if the property accepts it. Finally, ensure that the control or object you're trying to modify actually exists and is properly initialized. A null or uninitialized object can lead to this error when you try to access its properties. Review your initialization code. Make sure all objects are created and their initial properties are set correctly before you start manipulating them. By carefully analyzing your code, checking data types, verifying value ranges, and ensuring proper initialization, you can effectively troubleshoot and resolve Runtime Error 380. That's it for today's video on resolving Runtime Error 380. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel for more programming tips and tutorials. Your support helps me create more content like this. Also, feel free to leave comments below with any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future videos. Thanks for watching.